Every morning in downtown California, right outside the city hall, the same man sat on the same bench. Wearing layered jackets and tattered jeans, he had a weathered shopping cart beside him, filled with a blanket, an old book, a broken clock, and a rusty coffee thermos. People passed by without a second look. Some turned their heads, some sped up, but he remained there, silent, still, just watching. To most, he was just another homeless guy, but the locals had a nickname for him, Frozen Eyes, because his stare wasn't lost. It was focused, like a man who'd seen things most of us couldn't imagine. That morning, the mayor's motorcade pulled up. The press was in place, staff prepped for a clean speech. But Cole, the mayor's personal bodyguard, a Marine with 15 years of service, wasn't focused on cameras. He was scanning the surroundings. And then he saw him. The way the man sat, upright, feet aligned, one hand calmly resting over his knee. It wasn't randomness. It was training. And then Cole saw it, barely peeking from beneath the inner coat. A faded patch, one he'd only seen once in a Black Ops briefing file. A name echoed in his mind. He walked toward the man slowly. "Excuse me, sir," he said. The man didn't move. "Is your name Marcus Trent?" That's when the old man lifted his head. Not startled, not afraid, just calm. He nodded once. "Used to be," he said. Cole's throat tightened. That name wasn't supposed to exist anymore. Marcus Trent had appeared in redacted reports from the 90s, a ghost soldier. Rumor had it he stopped an embassy bombing, but was erased from the system by design. No medals, no interviews, just silence. That night, Cole couldn't sleep. He opened his laptop and pulled every thread he could find. Old ops reports, mission logs. He even called former squad mates. The responses were short but clear. Is he really alive? You saw Marcus Trent. If so, don't out him. He chose silence. Some legends didn't want to be remembered. They just didn't want to be forgotten. The next morning, something had changed. The rusty metal bench where Marcus used to sit was replaced. A new polished wooden bench stood in its place. On it, a small brass plaque. For those who gave everything and asked for nothing. No announcement, no press. But the people passing by started to nod instead of looking away. A silent shift had begun. Days later, a small boy approached Marcus. "What are you reading?" the kid asked curiously. Marcus glanced down. "Poetry," he said. "Can I read it?" He handed the book over. It wasn't just any book. It was an old field manual disguised with poetic code, a collection of encrypted lines used for coordination during black site missions in the early 2000s. The boy's mother quickly pulled him away, but something had shifted in her expression, as if she sensed that man was more than he seemed. 3 days later, he was there again. Same bench, same coat, same thermos. But this time his eyes were closed, peaceful. He had passed, silently, as he lived. In his hand was a note written in simple black ink. "I did my part. Let history do hers." Cole showed up hours later. He didn't say a word. He placed a Marine Challenge coin, a real one, the kind that only comes from deep recon teams, in Marcus's cold hand, and walked away. That afternoon, someone recorded a short video of the bench. Just a still image of the empty spot, the coin resting beside the plaque. The caption read, "You walked past a hero. You just never looked close enough." This is Old Glory Legends tales. If you've ever crossed paths with someone who never asked for recognition, but quietly carried a legacy, share their story in the comments. These men didn't talk, but we can. Subscribe, remember them, speak their names before silence becomes all they have left.